military type style weapons should not be in the hands of civilians. It needs to be a line drawn of what is protect yourself and what is overkill.
These assault type weapons have no place in the public. They don't. They're not there for defense. They're not there for hunting, okay? They kill and kill efficiently. That's all they do.
I've had a lot of questions come in from you guys if I have any more video footage of the March for Our Lives event, and I lost some video footage on my external hard drive and just found it. And there's also some clips that I had cut out of the previous videos that I did, so I'll go ahead and throw that in this video, and I probably have enough for 2 more videos, so if you guys are interested in seeing that, leave your comments in the comment section below. But I just wanted to take a second and thank everybody for taking the time to hit that subscribe button and for taking additional time to even watch my videos. It's a super humbling process to watch the channel grow, to watch your comments, to see you guys liking it and sharing it. I really, really appreciate it. That's super, super humbling to me.
What are you guys out here for?
All this nonsense about trying to arm teachers is just absurd to me. I mean, what we need is less guns in schools instead of having more guns in the schools, because that's just an accident waiting to happen.
Okay, is this something you've always thought,
Yeah.
or is this just a recent thing since Parkland?
No, this is definitely something that I've always felt, but the idea of just the mere idea of trying to arm teachers in our schools, that's actually something that's being contemplated is ridiculous.
Okay, so you're out here just to voice your protest about the idea of arming teachers. Anything else?
We need to do something about banning assault rifles in general, because the general public has no need to even have assault rifles. You know, I understand the argument with the Second Amendment, but that does not even take into consideration assault rifles. I mean, handguns is something completely different, but the assault rifles need to go.
Do you have any idea how many people were killed by all rifles combined, say in 2016?
I don't know the number off the top of my head. I don't know that number off the top of my head.
How about handguns?
Not individually, I don't know.
Okay, so according to statistics, 7,100 people died through being shot by a handgun, and only 374 died by rifles. So are you in favor of banning handguns as well?
I am in favor of that, but I don't think that would ever happen with the Constitution the way it's written.
Right.
But if I had it my way, yes, I would ban them all individually. Yes.
Which was my next question. If you had it your way, would you repeal the Second Amendment?
I believe in today's age, I don't think it should be repealed in general, but I think there needs to be definite regulations on it.
Emma Gonzalez is the leader, one of the big leaders of this group. She said in her famous speech that a good guy with a gun stopping a bad guy with a gun is BS. What do you think about that?
Well, obviously what she said there is BS, because it happened the other day in Maryland, obviously. Obviously the good guy with the gun 9 out of 10 times is going to be overpowered, but still, you still have a chance to go in there and do it. Because people like careless shootings, of course they have high-powered rifles, but even a lot of times the good guy with the gun has a handgun, but it's better than nothing, that's what I say.
Okay, what brings you out here?
What brings us out here is I'm tired of our children having to run for their lives. I'm tired of AR assault rifles and all these military type rifles that don't belong in the hands of civilians. We need to do something to stop it. We need to put better laws in control. We need to raise the age. We need to have a waiting period of at least maybe 2 weeks before people get their guns if they want to buy them.
Okay, these guys are from Stoneman Douglas High School. What's your name?
Matthew Conis, class of 2012.
And you were there? And you were there that day?
No, my little brother is. He's a freshman that goes to the school. I graduated in 2012, way before this even happened, and nothing like this ever happened before.
Okay. And you were in the school the day of the shooting?
Yep.
Were you in one of the classrooms that was directly affected?
No.
Did you know anybody that was shot?
Yes.
Who did you know?
Alex Schachter and Gina Montalto.
Were they your friends or just some acquaintances that you knew?
Friends.
Okay. So,
They grew up together. Alex lives in our neighborhood, and Gina is part of the color guard with the Eagle Regiment band that Daniel's a part of, and everything else. He picked anywhere, anytime, any place. He chose the school on that day. He chose the freshman building. He could have chose anywhere at any time. A mall, a football game, a baseball game after school, any school event at all. He just happened to pick Valentine's Day and the freshman building because they didn't know who he was. So he was able to get in there and get away with it.
Did you know Nicholas Cruz, or had you ever met him?
No, I had never met him. But he's in between the ages of both of my boys here, so we didn't know him personally. But the kids at the school, the seniors that are there now, they knew him. They knew since middle school. They warned the teachers. They told. They told. I mean, the teachers knew. They told. The police knew. I mean, the school board knew. It had to go all the way to the FBI. It shouldn't have to go that far. There should be a stop before there. Somebody should have the power to say, okay, look at this kid's Facebook page. There's something not right. He's got guns. It's not right. Somebody should have the power to be able to step in and stop it. I'm tired of hearing yet. He hasn't done anything wrong yet. Nothing yet. Until the yet became a 17-victim shooting. Then the yet became the now. I don't want another now anymore. We need to do it and stop it with the yet. I'm tired of that.
With all the information that they had on Nicholas Cruz, what do you think that they should have done?
He could have been Baker acted at any point, but nobody has the power to do it because he hadn't committed a crime yet. He hadn't done anything illegal yet. So there was no power that could step in and do anything to prevent it because he hadn't done anything yet. And the yet became the now. And this is why we're here now. So there are no more yets. We should stop this before it gets to the nows.
So you mentioned banning assault weapons. What other things would you like to see happen?
The whole world's a mess. There's assault rifles. You've got Vegas. You've got Orlando. These cops cannot go in with their handguns against an assault rifle. There's no way that they can even defend themselves against this. Military-type weaponry does not belong in the hands of civilians. I'm not against taking all guns away. I believe that everybody has the right to bear arms if they want. It's just the military-type style weapon should not be in the hands of civilians. It needs to be a line drawn of what is protect yourself and what is overkill.
Now, when you say ban assault weapons, are you saying that the people who already own them should have their guns taken away?
No, I'm not saying they should be taken away, but they should all be registered. These people need to be evaluated maybe every 3 to 6 months that are registered with these guns. I'm not saying pull them all off of everybody. There are responsible gun owners out there. There are very dedicated people. They're all our Vietnam veterans and war veterans and military service guys that own these guns, and everybody. Most people are responsible, but from here forward, we need to stop and analyze who's buying these guns, why they're buying them, and there should be a waiting period.
There should be responsible gun ownership and responsible gun laws. They shouldn't be going into the hands of 18-year-olds. You know, it's completely irresponsible.
As far as the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, how far do you think we should go with that?
Well, it should be sensible. I mean, I don't think every person will carry on AR-15s. So I mean, everyone should have the right to carry around like a handgun or concealed carry as long as they pass background checks. They're not known terrorists. They don't have a criminal record of violence. Yeah, once you get of course we can't just give it to everyone. That causes more problems. So we have to be sensible with it.
So, are you for the ban of any and all weapons for people between 18 and 21?
Well, I think weapons probably should not go to the hands of people who are 18 years old. You know, we should probably go to 21. I think that's very responsible.
If they can't drink, why should they be able to shoot a gun? If they're not old enough to consume alcohol because they say they're not responsible enough, why are they responsible enough to own a gun?
There are other forms of defense. There are other forms of defense that they can use.
If you could snap your fingers and create a law, what would it look like? What would it say?
I can tell you exactly what it would say. It would say to stop letting, gun shows just be able to sell guns to people without doing proper background checks. It would be stricter mental illness or mental health, trying to figure out what to do exactly. Then on top of that, changing the law to own a handgun or even an assault rifle. You're able to own an assault weapon at the age of 18, but you can't own a handgun at the age, you can't own a handgun until the age of 21, which I think is a little ridiculous. And it's kind of funny that a weapon that can kill faster, you're able to purchase at the age of 18, and a handgun, which kills a lot slower but still kills, you're able to own at the age of 21. So that's just a start right there.
So you guys aren't for banning handguns?
No.
Let me give you a statistic, and I just want to get your first blush reaction to it. 80% of all mass shootings are carried out with people using handguns. Why would you not be for banning handguns as well?
Handguns have been used to kill others and has been in use in a lot of mass shootings, but at the same time, it doesn't kill as fast and people have more time to react. Think about how many bullets are unloaded from an assault type weapon and how long it takes to, change out the clip compared to, just a regular handgun.
Would you guys be for banning high capacity magazines as well?
Yes, I would. If they could ban hollow point bullets, they should be able to ban faster shooting guns. Give the police a chance to get in there. How does an officer with his handgun go in there against an AR automatic weapon? They have the training, but all those teachers and everything else that try to go in there and save the lives of these kids with all this high-powered stuff, they were shooting through the doors. Our kids were dying because these guns were able to shoot through a door. Teachers were dying protecting their children, so it didn't have to shoot through a door. I mean, that's the problem. I mean, we did the patrol. We have the rules. We do the drills. This gun shoots through doors. Kids are in there. They're behind that red line, but when you shoot through a door, anybody's a target.
Guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification button for all my daily uploads. Let me ask one more question. I know you guys got to go, but if you were going to limit high capacity magazines, what bullet capacity would you take it down to?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I think there's responsible gun ownership, and I don't think that. I think these are issues that need to be decided. They need to be looked at. But I couldn't tell you what caliber or all that. I think that I would put the police, in charge of this. I would let them talk about what their concerns are as far as them being outgunned in a situation. Okay, I'd have their input in this in a big way. They're the ones protecting us, and they should have a lot to say in terms of, what their concerns are when they go into situations like this. There's no question that the Second Amendment is here, it's here to stay, and it should be here to stay, okay? But responsible gun ownership is what we need. And these assault-type weapons have no place in the public. They don't. They're not there for defense. They're not there for hunting, okay? They kill and kill efficiently. That's all they do. We've seen the wounds from assault-type weapons. We've seen the wounds from guns. You got a chance with a gun. You have no chance getting hit by one of these weapons. Just none. It's an effective killing machine. It has no purpose being in the hands of the general public. Just none.
You made me think of one more question, so I lied.
That's okay.
I got one more question.
All right.
What do you think about this recent event that just happened in Maryland where an officer was able to stop a mass shooting basically in less than 60 seconds? Are you for armed officers or teachers in school?
I'm not for arming the teachers. I know many teachers that they want to arm the children with knowledge, arm them with books and education. Teachers don't want to be armed, not in the big cities anyway. I don't know, if you go to maybe Kansas or Nebraska, in the smaller towns where all the teachers own guns, it may work there. But in the bigger cities, no, teachers don't want to be armed. They want more school supplies. They want more tools for education and everything else. They don't want to be armed.
How about armed security? Do you think that's a good option?
We have armed security at our school now, and still, everybody just, the yet became the now. That's my biggest thing, because they knew right along the line. They knew from a year ago this child had problems. He had issues. But nobody had the power to act on it. Nobody had the power to say, hey, we need to take you out of society, have you evaluated, hold your guns for a while, go through a psychological evaluation, and if you're fine, we'll release you back out into society, we'll give you your guns back. But nobody, not the teachers, not the school board, not the police, because he hadn't committed a crime yet. He didn't violate a law. yet. You're able to put anything you want on social media. If he said it out loud, then they'd be able to arrest him because that's a verbal threat. But when you type it on social media, I want to grow up to be a mass shooter, they can't do anything about it because he didn't verbally voice it. So they couldn't arrest him. That's what needs to change. There should be some source of authority or figurehead or police that could say, this is a possible threat. He needs to be evaluated. Look at his Facebook page. He's got a bandana on. He's got rifles. He wants to be a mass shooter at a school. Hello, somebody step in, but it's gonna go to the FBI.
Guys, thanks for watching my video. If you enjoy this content, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. That way we can stay in touch in case they decide to completely eradicate this channel, which I'm very close right now. Also, don't forget to subscribe to me on my private members-only upload site, highimpacttv.com, and on Odyssey and BitChute. All my links are in the description below. If you want to support this channel further, the Patreon, PayPal, Bitcoin, and Subscribestar links are also in the description. Or grab a hard-hitting, conversation-starting shirt. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored, shadow banned, 100% demonetized video.